It constantly amazes me how quickly time passes. And so the fourth generation of Astona retires from the farm. John, Ray, Vernon, and now Gordon. Some memories, I wish I could paint a picture. The barn had stanchions filled with milk cows twice a day, and my cats waiting for the stream of milk that Vernon would send to them. The same cats my brothers tossed in the air with a blanket while I cried, the same brothers I ran to for protection when Mother was heating water to wash my hair. There were horses, pigs, chickens in the henhouse, and chicks in the brooder shed in the spring. Chicken ready for the 4th of July, along with new little potatoes and peas from the Gordon west of the trees. A large garden with long, long rows. Potatoes were planted from a sledge with a pipe, and I got to ride and drop the sprouted potatoes. Brothers came behind with hose to cover the seeds. Many advantages being a girl and the youngest.
Gordon and Bonnie, on an occasion as momentous as your retirement, I thought we should begin with a reading. So today I will be reading from the Book of Helen, book 1980, chapter January, verse 7. Okay, I'll stop. Mom wrote, "Today Vernon flies from Regina to help bring Gordon and Bonnie back, so we reach another milestone in life." This is the only time Mom was brief in the diary. Over the next few days and weeks, she used that word milestone a few times. She and Dad, I know, recognized that having you two come home from Seattle really was a game changer in their lives, in their work. I think that for them to know that you all were in it with them, had their backs, as we say nowadays, that you were bringing so much energy and ambition and great ideas and expertise to the work of the farm. And then, of course, to bring more grandchildren into the picture and to build that farm into such a successful enterprise. It really was a milestone.
Farming has changed so much in my lifetime. Large fields, large equipment, new crops and procedures. Gordon and Bonnie have grown with the technology and expanded their operation. Harvest, a busy time. No radio contact. If the combine's grain tank was full and the truck driver misjudged the timing, the operator stood on the seat of the rumbling combine and waved for attention. A big day for me when Vernon taught me to unload on the go. Saved time, but the augers were shorter and the header was very close. My last load of grain on that farm was to the Clare Granary, a half-mile north of the house. The combines were pulling into the yard for the night, John Deere's by then. And I lifted the hoist too fast and everything stopped under a pile of wheat. I shut off the truck and ran for help, so afraid I had ruined the auger. It's probably the same truck we cleared the title for this spring. Vernon to the rescue. Auger was just plugged and nothing was damaged.
May 20th, 2020. 2020, just north of the original homestead. Day before my birthday, finishing up. Thought it was maybe appropriate. The last field I seeded was the first field that John Stoner would have farmed 111 years ago. Bonnie came out to celebrate. 2020 crop will be history. There's the end. 2020, all done.
The spring video showed planting the last field north of the buildings with Gordon operating a tractor, the auto steer tractor, I assume, with dials telling him the speed, depth, condition of the soil, how many kernels, and so forth. Bonnie sat beside him on the buddy seat. And as a girl, I remember hand-picking the mustard weed patches in that same field. Technology is wonderful.
o'clock, Monday, September 14th, 7 p.m. We're on the Whitty land where Myrtle Tobiasen grew up. Just about done. Should be done within a half hour or so. Myrtle would be really pleased that maybe Bonnie and I wound up our ag career where she grew up. That's Bonnie coming right there. Sarah's light off in the distance. A couple hundred yards and we're there.
Sure never thought we'd finish everything today.
Sarah's waiting for the last of the week. There's the end. 2020s in the combine.
Hi Mom and Dad! We decided to film our video here at the beach because it's the place in Chicago that reminds me most of home. It's here when I can see all the way out to the horizon that I connect with my roots and feel most at peace. We may not have much for lakes and outlook, but the wheat swaying in the fields rivals any lake current, and when the sun shines off the snow-covered fields in the winter, we might as well be staring across the ocean. I'm forever grateful for the place where we grew up, and for you, who taught us so much about working hard and living by our values.
Our Roman world.
Hi Mom and Dad. In honor of your retirement, I wanted to take the opportunity to tell you how grateful your kids are for you, for the farm, and for our family. Growing up on the farm taught us a lot about life. We learned how to work hard, starting at dawn with the roar of Dad's diesel pickup engine. I've never seen anyone work harder than the two of you and the many farmers we've been lucky enough to know. We learned that no amount of snow or inclement weather should keep you from meeting your responsibilities, as Dad taught us by refusing to succumb to a potential snow day from school. Instead, he'd just plow us out himself.
We learned how to feed ourselves, both physically and mentally, with Mom's inimitable recipe-free cooking to be shared by the whole family around the table after grace at night, often after a vivid Montana sunset once work was done in the field. Of course, these meals never included dumplings, and we all know why. We learned that family comes first. We're lucky that we got to grow up with cheerleading grandparents just a four-wheeler ride away, and endless cousins and cousins of cousins surrounding us. We learned to climb everything in sight, entertain ourselves, whether inside or outdoors, and enjoy the little things in life, especially cats. Lots and lots of cats.
Feeling better now, Ryan?
We learned to get creative. For example, we learned you can turn on a bathtub faucet with a wrench for 4 years while building yourself a new house. Just watch out for the open septic tank.
maybe a little more west.
We learn to look up at the big sky, especially when we're feeling low. I think we all share your love of wide open spaces, and we can all agree that there's nothing more beautiful than looking at the stars from our porch at night. We learned what it's like to dedicate yourself to your work. Sometimes you come home with no eyebrows because apparently you singe them off during the day.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm used to golfer.
Sometimes you sacrifice your phone to the field, and sometimes you accidentally back your tractor into your truck. But you keep on working no matter what. We learn to care for others before ourselves. Sometimes you have to deliver a breech calf in the freezing cold, or heave a fully grown cow out of a slippery water trough.
We learned how to stay calm even when your block heater can't help your engine start because the winter is too fierce. Even when a fire is heading towards your house. Even when your tires are slipping on the ice. We learned how to be resilient because sometimes absolutely everything goes wrong all the time. And you can barely make it upstairs to bed. But you still wake up for coffee before the sun, even if it is decaf Folgers. We learned to play the hand we're dealt because sometimes a tornado or a hailstorm destroys everything in a matter of minutes. So you fire up the grill, cook yourself a steak, and head right back out the next morning.
Walk to mommy.
We learned how to tread carefully and pay attention to the task at hand, especially around old power lines while trying to figure out apples.
I think I know where they are.
We learned how to take care of ourselves like children of any good nurse. We all know what a forceps is and what it is not. We learned how to enjoy endless amounts of fun, especially in the back of a truck full of wheat or on a rope swing in the barn loft with your 92-year-old great-grandfather.
Get over here.
You taught us to laugh.
Come on! Walk to your daddy!
Especially about pet hamsters turned cat baits and baby raccoons turned photographic evidence of mom's prowess. We also learned what it's like to dedicate yourself to your family, and we kids can never say enough how much we appreciate the endless sacrifices our parents made for us.
Put the lid back on, Boo.
You taught us that home on the farm in Montana is the most wonderful place in the world, but you made sure we were aware that the rest of the world also has a lot to offer. You helped us to explore and to believe we could do anything we set our minds to. As Dad always says, practice makes perfect. Our life lessons on the farm have set us up to pursue our own dreams wherever they lead, and you selflessly, graciously, and wholeheartedly supported us as we left home and went where we would. You welcomed into our family the ones we found to love, and made them feel included and appreciated. Now our family continues to grow, as encouraged by Vera and Clara's demands for more cousins. You encouraged us in our decisions and accepted our life choices, and you accepted what it meant for our family. And we want you to know how much we'll all miss farming.
As this chapter in your life closes, we want you to know we're so happy for you to have the chance to rest and to decide what comes next. Now it's us telling you to do whatever you want to do, and we'll be there to support you. And your camper with the sewing room. Like the blocks of Mom's beautiful quilts, you have many more pieces to add to the fabric of your life together. We can't thank you enough for the wonderful upbringing you provided, the beautiful family you made for us, and the incredible life lessons you taught us on the farm. We wouldn't trade it for anything. We're forever grateful for you and for our home in Montana.
Even as you retire your careers in the field, our life as farmers is far from over. These life lessons, passed down from you, will stay with us forever, and we will pass them on as well.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. We love you so much. Congratulations on your retirement.
We love you so much, and we can hardly wait to see what's next.
Congratulations, Bonnie and Gordon.
We love you.
I hope you have a good oxygen and are happy retirement. Please come play with us as soon as you can. Bye. Love you.